the number one. We're going to be starting right away. I know that we have quite a number of people that are joining us. Okay, thank you very much, Ajay. Okay, thank you so much for the response. So we're going to be starting right away. Others will be joining us as we move on, okay? So basically, my name is Okwe, as you can all see, and I put this together basically to educate and empower realtors and people going into the real estate business. So that is actually the objective of me putting this together. And for the past 2 Thursdays, so every Thursday by 8 p.m., we meet and we talk about real estate basically. So for the past 2 Thursdays, we've not held class because I was at different retreats. And coincidentally, I needed to prepare for the retreat, and those retreats fell on the Thursday. So that's the reason why we've not had class. So we are starting right away today. So so in case you are meeting me for the first time, like I mentioned, my name is Okwe. I've been into real estate. I've done multiples of millions and billions of dollars in real estate. And I've been doing this now for the past 12 years. So basically, my mission is to help people create and retain wealth using the medium of real estate. So welcome on board, everyone. And so let's get started. I'm recording this section, and we've uploaded on my YouTube channel so that for anybody that missed this session, we have the opportunity to rewatch this session, okay? So let's get started. And so tonight we are looking at the real money of real estate, the real money, okay, sorry, not the real money, the new money. Okay, there's always this saying that there's something, the old money, the new money. So it's basically a conversation that we're going to be having tonight. And I want to encourage us to respond. And the way I want us to respond is by going to the comment section and just dropping whatever your intentions are, basically your questions and your intentions, whatever they are. That is what you should drop. Maybe your questions, your comment, contribution, and all of them. Take it to the comment section. So we won't be giving anybody the opportunity to unmute. So what is the new money? So for anybody that is into real estate, which I always encourage, I have a strong belief that everybody should be doing real estate. No matter what, participate in real estate. No matter what, participate in real estate. Whether you are owning land or you are owning house, participate in real estate. I mean, especially this age and time that the cash that we hold are on the consistent basis losing value. So owning a real estate or not playing in real estate is going to be a major disadvantage in this age and time that we are in right now. So for those that are just joining us, you're all welcome. I believe more people are still going to join us, but we've already started anyway. So like I said, I'm going to make the recording available. And so let's get started. I know that there's no way I'll be able to finish this tonight. So most likely, please mute your mic as you are joining. Mute your mic as you are joining. So most likely, we're going to have a part 2, most likely. And hopefully we'll be able to take question and answer at some point, okay? Okay, so how do I find the new money to sell to? So let me put a caveat here. So the new money we are talking about is not the regular saying that there were people that were owed money. No, that's basically not what we are looking at tonight. Basically, what we are looking at tonight is the new real estate market, the new real estate frontier, and how do I penetrate this new real estate frontier? That's basically what we're going to be looking at tonight. And For anybody that is playing in real estate, you will understand that at every point in time, you need a new frontier, a new set of people to keep talking to. That is very, very important. So you need to have that understanding. So how do I find this new money? And one fundamental thing that we need to all understand is that there is money in this economy. There is money in this economy. We must not have the mentality of lack. We must not have the mentality that there's no money, because if you have that mentality, whatever you think, that's what becomes your reality, basically. So if you believe that there is no money in this economy, that is going to be your reality, right? If you believe that there is enough money in this economy, that is also going to be your reality. So the question is, what is your reality? So what are your thoughts, basically? What are your thoughts, basically? So I will encourage you to have that mentality that there is enough fund out there. And I always tell myself this, okay, if there was a time that there was enough money in the society, I believe strongly that the money that we had in the society did not evaporate anywhere. So the money we had in the society is still out there. So there is enough money. I mean, look at our politicians, for instance, the way they lavish fund the money that is meant for everybody, they lavish it, they throw it at us, they throw it at our faces, right? So there is enough money out there. You just have to have the mindset and the skill set to exchange the value that you have for the money. And you see, there is something I really need to touch on. No matter how terrible the economy or any economy is, there are three fundamental areas. There are three fundamental areas that cannot enter recession. There are three fundamental areas that cannot enter recession. And basically, these are the three in the Maslow hierarchy of needs. These are basic needs. Number one, the housing sector cannot enter recession. That's number one. The only time housing sector enter recession, and the housing sector enter recession, is when you are financing the house, or house ownership is based on debt. So it is the debt dimension that enter into recession. Okay, so the housing sector, because there is no way that you will be so poor and you decide that you want to be sleeping, you don't need a covering over your head again. No, it's not possible. The only thing is that the quality of your accommodation can change. But the fact that you needed accommodation is inherent in us as human beings. But the funniest thing is that we are the only creature, we are the only creature created by God that is paying to live on earth. Okay? We are the only creature created by God that is paying to live on earth. We pay to build our houses, we pay to rent house, and all of that. And as sophisticated as we are the only creature that is paying to live on earth. Okay, so you need to have that at the back of your mind. Very funny, but that is the reality. It's somebody will say it's an ugly truth, but it's the truth. So number one fundamental is the fact that human being will always need accommodation. Number two is that human being will always need clothing. Unless you have a mental disorder or you have a particular human being have a mental sickness, or is crazy, or is under drugs, or is mad, he has a psychiatric whatever, there is no way the person will be able to walk naked. We are created to be clothed. Okay, so that's the second sector. The third sector is food. The third sector is food. Now, I was still talking to someone of this, and I said, see, if you play in any of this sector that I mentioned, there is no way you can enter recession. You just need to know, see, when people are broke, the quality of clothes that they're wearing is what changed. When people are broke, the quality of clothes that they are wearing is changing. Not that they will not wear clothes, okay? They will always wear clothes, okay? That is very, very important, and that is it's basically a fundamental. It's basically a fundamental. So three things: food, clothing, and shelter. And you and I, we are playing in real estate. So we are playing in the basic. And you know, when it comes to real estate, it's not just about housing, it's about creation of wealth. I need to give us all this background because I want us to understand the journey that we are about to enter. So you are in a business that people will continually need. For goodness sake, we have almost 8 billion people on earth. 8 billion people. These people need accommodation. So you are in a business that can never, no technology, even cloud computing needs a physical place to warehouse their data center, right? So you are in a business that can never go into an extinction. As long as the heart remaineth, seed time, harvest cannot cease. So also with the fact that human beings will always need a place to rest their head. So for those that are probably listening to me for the first time and you want to join this real estate journey, you are welcome on board. Believe me, you are welcome on board. Forget about what the economies or the numbers are saying. This is the best time to join the real estate industry. This is the best time to join the real estate industry. Whether you are a new realtor, you have been selling, you've been doing this for ages, believe me, this is the best time. I remember there was a man that shared a story with us. That was the time Buhari, the economy, Buhari moved, came to power, and there was a lot of turbulence, just like we are having right now. And the guy said, even though there were a lot of turbulence, but this is their own best season. So the choice to make this season your best season is yours. Is yours because there is enough money out there. Look at, go to the airport, for instance. I don't think there is any ticket out there that's less than £1 million. But look at the volume of people that are trooping in and trooping out of this country on a consistent basis. Trooping in and trooping out of this country on a consistent basis. It is just phenomenal. It is just phenomenal. So that's the reason why I'm sharing all of this is because what I'm going into tonight, we need to have that understanding at the back of our mind. So for those that are realtors now, let me now go home to the reason why we are here. So whether you are a new realtor or you're old bees, new bees or old bees in this business, you need to have this understanding that there is enough money and there is enough market out there. So in case you are an old realtor and you have exhausted your market, you have tried a whole lot of stuff and it's really not working as you thought it was going to work. So I'm here for you, and that's the reason why we are here. So please, in case you have any question or you have any contribution, just go to the comment section and drop them, okay? So we started already. So how do the first question, so tonight's lecture is going to be like in questions, right? So you can jot them down on your phone, you can go to the comment section, jot them down or write them down and all of those things. Number one question is, how do I find the new money to sell to in real estate? In fact, if you are not in real estate, you are in any form of business, you need to have this understanding too, because your sector too can be troubled. Your sector can be troubled. Okay, so how do I find the new money in real estate? You know, the reason why I developed this is because I began to just question myself that selling this thing used to be very, very easy. What's going on? I mean, selling this real estate thing used to be very, very easy. But because we live in an unpredictable time, somebody call it the VUCA time. Yes, very, very unpredictable time. So you need to rethink how you do what you have been doing before. So it was in my place of rethinking, re-engineering, and I came up with this concept. I implemented it. Some of them are not necessarily new, but I aggregated them together into principles and laws, and I implemented them, and boom, I started getting results. So that's the same thing I'm sharing with us, okay, tonight, okay? So number one question is how to find the new money to sell to in real estate. So the new money. So I'll rephrase the question and say, how do I find the new market to sell to in real estate? And for those that are just joining, you can rephrase the question and ask yourself, how do I get the market that I'm going to be selling to? Okay, so oftentimes, realtors and salespeople exhaust their leads. So, and of course, most of the time you try to get new leads. But what the time you use to nurture new leads, it can take forever for you to be able to close the sale. Yes, it can take forever for you to be able to close the sales. So you need to find a way to continually sell while you are still nurturing new leads. Because those new leads need to know you, they need to like you, they need to trust you before they part with their hardened form. They need to know you, they need to like you, they need to trust you before they part with their hardened form. It is called the KLT model. I taught it in our previous classes and all of that. Okay, so number one assignment I'm going to be giving everybody is that you need to change your everyday routine. You cannot do the same thing the way you have been doing it and expect a different result. So there is a need for you to change your routine. So how have you been doing what you've been doing needs to be changed. Your routine needs to be changed. So what have you been doing? How have you been doing it? You need to change it. And there are 4 basic things that you need to add to what you have been doing, or totally overhaul how you have been prospecting. Basically, that is what you need to change. So what are those 4 major things? What are those 4 major things? Number one, you need to take, so basically you have people that you have been talking to. So most of the time, as realtors, you have sold to them once or twice or 3 times or 4 times. They bought things from you. They've bought things from you and all of that. I've been there before. People buy things from me and all of that. So I've been there. I've been there before. You know, I sell the first thing to them, and they buy the second thing and all of those things, and all of a sudden they stop buying. Not because they don't have money again, but there are several factors that could cause them from buying. It's possible that there's a change of preference. It's possible that there's a change of taste. It's possible that they are just tired, buyer fatigue. You keep pushing a particular product before them. It's possible that there is a buyer fatigue. Okay, so that is very, very possible. In the same way, sometimes there's always a seller fatigue, but you know, when you think of the commission you are going to make, you realize that, boy, I need to giving this thing all the effort that it requires. Okay, so let's move. So understanding that there is always your old market there. So the first routine that you need to implement is to take your current old product, not in the face of the people that have been seeing it regularly. You need to take it to a new market entirely. So let me repeat that. So you need to take your current old product and move it to a new market entirely. Let me repeat that again. You need to take your current old product, you need to take it to a new market entirely. What this means is that you need a new market. Yeah, you need a new market. Okay, so I have a training on prospecting. But by the way, if you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, there are so many things I'm going to be saying tonight that I don't know how you'll be able to relate, but just try to follow me, because I'm going to be referring you back to my YouTube channel. I've done quite a number of training on how I made my first sale, how I continue to make sales and all of those stuff. So creating a new market. is very, very important. How do you create a new market? You need to be seen, you need to be visible. People need to think about you. For instance, now, I made up my mind that in my community, right, in my community where I belong, when people think of real estate, they think of me. On my social media, everything you will find there, 90% are about real estate. On my status, I hawk my goods. And the reason why I do this is because there will always be someone watching your status, and there will always be a need one day, and the person will say, who can we call? You will come to mind. That is the way it works, especially when you are playing in a commoditized market. What do I mean by that? Whatever you are offering, somebody else is offering it at a cheaper, possibly at even a better quality. So why should M now come to you, right? So what are we looking at next now? So you take your whole product to a new market. That's routine number one that you need to change. Routine number two that you need to change is you start exploring new products. So you take new products to the old markets. So you inject that new product to the old market. Let's take, for instance, now, let's say my old market are all the people that are seeing my WhatsApp status, right? Because I know most of us put our products and services, what we render on our WhatsApp status, right? I do that too. So there are products I keep posting all the time. There will be a point, yes, probably I'll make a couple of sales, but it will get to a point that fatigue will set in. You cannot but experience that. Okay? In fact, law of diminishing return too will set in. So that market still wants to buy. That market is still financially buoyant. That market still has the means. However, that market is tired of buying that same thing that you keep putting. It's possible that the taste of that market has grown. Let me share a story with you. I think some couple of years ago, I was talking to a particular prospect. I mean, maybe 5, 8, 7, 10 years. I can't really remember the precise year right now. But I discussed with the person, and eventually the person bought the land from me then. I think the land was going for 600,000 naira. So ever since, I kept the relationship. I think he bought the second land too, and I think he bought the third. I think he bought up to 3 locations from me then. And one day he just came to the office, he came to pick up some documents and stuff like that. And he said, I even want to tell you, I just bought a house. In my mind, I thought the guy, because when I met him, when he was buying those land, I thought all he could afford was that buying those land. Not knowing that he has the financial capacity to buy a house, and I did not offer him a house to buy. So that is, so at some point he stopped buying land, because what he needed at that point in time was not land again. So you keep pushing the same product and product and product. It's possible that it could be location. For instance, now, Ekpe, I mean, I must tell everybody on this call, if you do not have any property in Ekpe, I hope you won't regret it. that's just the truth. Because really, I often tell people the number one brand ambassador of Ekpe right now is the Lagos State government. The activity of the government in that axis is something else. So I won't say more than that. So you need to bring the old project and the new product to a new market. So for instance, if all you've been pushing is Ekpe, probably the person has bought in Ekpe, has bought in Ibejuleki, has bought on Lekki Ekpe Expressway. So all of these are within the Ekpe corridor. It's possible that you just need something else, right? So you need to push that for the person. So number 3 is that you need your routine. We need to start a new market segmentation from a non-existing market. Okay? Yeah, that is very, very possible. Look at, I mean, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, Is there anything like social media manager? But most organizations today have what is called social media manager. Yeah, most organizations today have what is called social media manager. But 10, 15 years ago, there's nothing like social media manager. Nothing like that. It does not exist anyway. Which social media are they going to manage? But that role, that need, that yearning, that industry was created out of nothing. Look at the event industry, for instance. Huh? Some couple of years ago, there was nothing like event industry, so to say. It was not coordinated or organized the way it is right now. There are people that are wedding photographers now. There are people that are, event planner. Event planning job used to be the Yawole's job. But that industry, so you too can create an industry out of non-existent. Just look deep. What are the questions and the complaints of your customers? From those questions and complaints, you can literally create an industry. What are the questions and the complaints of your customers? Okay, so that's by the way, because I'm trying to see how how we can just drive some of these things home, and you'll be able to gain some values tonight. Okay, I hope I'm making sense. Let me get some feedback tonight. So if you've been listening to me and you've been getting some value, can you just go to the comment section and type 1? I want to be sure that I'm not talking to myself. Good. Thanks for the feedback. Okay, so let's go on. Since I've gotten the feedback, let's move. Please mute your mic. I didn't ask you to unmute. Okay, so let's move. Number 4 thing that you need to change is you need to upsell your existing market. You need to upsell your existing market with a new service or a complementary service. You need to upsell them. That's why I always tell people that are realtors, you see, this real estate industry is huge, is big, is humongous. You cannot just have a singular skill of the ability to sell. What do those people, after selling to them? See, as a business person, as a realtor, as a salesperson, you must constantly be thinking, how can I collect the money in the hand of my, it might sound somehow, of my prospect, of my customer, of my client. Because that money is better in your hand than in their hand. Because that's basically what we do in business. In business discussion, business transaction, the discussion is how can the money in your own bank account be in my own bank account? It's as simple as that. That's basically what we do. So anytime you are broke, or you lack money, or you don't have enough money, somebody is collecting the money, somebody is playing a fast one on you. So how can enough money be in my own account than in your account? And you know, from the word currency, basically money is moving at the current and in exchange for value. So you need to upsell them, your existing markets or your client and customer, with a new service or a complementary service. Sometimes you upsell them by asking them for referral. You need to upsell them by asking them for a referral. Because most often than not, we do not do that. We don't ask for referrals. And that is not good at all. We do not ask for referrals. Please, I want to say this. You see, there's a saying that a closed mouth is a closed destiny. But I'm not saying that you should close your mouth to be asking people for urgent 2K. Some of the people you're asking for urgent 2K, all you should do is that just tell them that, see, there is an opportunity. Because what you're actually doing is helping them. Let me share another story with you as I begin to round up tonight, okay? About 10 years ago, yeah, I think it's 10 years ago, thereabout now, I met someone, a young man, and he wanted to buy a property. And After having that discussion with him, he bought the property. I think I've shared the story on this platform before. And that property that he bought, later on, I mean, he's staying on that property right now. Yes, he's living there with his family and all of that. Later on, he told me that, do I know that he is the first person in their lineage that has ever bought land, build a house that is not from their compound. So what usually happens is that they were confined spiritually. So most of them, anytime they want to build, they must build inside their compound. Anytime they want to start a building construction outside their compound, even in the same local government or in the same village, something will happen, not to now talk of another state. So it was, I mean, anytime I think about that, saying I have the power in my hand to break generational curse. Right? That is the power we have. Because most of these people that you are selling to, very soon, their property that they bought from you for 10 million naira, 15 million naira, you've made your commission, and later on they are selling the same property for as high as 30 million, 40 million, 25 million, 15 million in the future. They won't come back to you and say, oh, Mr. Murphy, oh, because you sold that property to me, can you still collect another money again? Because the property now, I mean, has grown in value. No, nobody will come back and tell you that. Okay, so what am I saying is that we need to carry the mentality that we're actually rendering a service and our service is worthy of being paid. Okay, so let's move a little bit further so that we can then see how round up next week. So I'm going to be taking questions. I'm just going to, as soon as it's 8:40, I'll start taking questions and see where that takes us tonight. Okay? Okay. So now that we have looked at all this as a realtor, one fundamental question that is still very, very important is, how do I now create a new market? How do I create a new market? So for me, one of the things I've done anytime I want to create a new market is basically, I ask myself, I always call it creating a new money. That's what I call it myself. How do I create a new money? How do I mint new money? Because anytime I have a need, the question I ask myself is that, what service can I render that can pay me to be able to meet up the need that is available right now? Okay, so that's basically the way my thinking is. For instance, I need 1 million naira. So what service can I render for me to be able to command 1 million naira income? That is very, very important. So there are 5 questions. I'm going to run through them because that's the question we're going to be answering next week, Thursday, right? So question number 1 is that you need to ask yourself, is there a new money? So is there a new market, right? Number 2 is that, who is holding the new money? So who are the carrier of this new money? This money that I need, this money that needs to be in my pocket, who are the people holding it? Number 3 is that, how do I reach these people? How do I reach these people? So who are there? How do I reach them? Do they congregate somewhere? Are they in the moon or in the Mars, right? So how do I reach them? Then number 4 is, when I reach them, what do I say to them? Okay, when I reach them, what do I say to them? Then number 5 is, how do I say it to them? What platform do I use? So basically, those are questions you need to ask yourself when you want to create a new market. So next week, so as I round up tonight, so next week by 8 p.m. also, we're going to be coming together and we'll take each of these questions after the other, and you'll see how you can create a new money. Okay, so my name still remains Okwe Oluwa. So right now, I'm going to be taking questions. So in case you have any question, all you need to do is to go to the comment section and type it. Okay, maybe you can raise up your hand too in case you have any question. So let's see whether I can just unmute one or two people. But we don't want it to be rowdy. So in case you have any questions, you can raise up your hand or so I can unmute you, okay? Or just go to the comment section and type your question, okay? Okay, so Mr. Fisayo, I've asked you to unmute right now. So unmute.
Good evening, sir. Thank you very much for this opportunity. Can you hear me?
Good evening. Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Good evening.
Okay. Thank you very much for this opportunity and this, um, um, how will I put it now? This message, it's really touching, sir. My question is one of the questions you already asked that you're asking next week. How do we create the new market? For us that we are just coming into the market, how do we create the market? Who are we selling?
Okay.
That's the question, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So basically for you that you are coming into this market, there is a video I did. I'm going to answer your question, but I want you to watch a video that I did. The video is about how I sold my first property. Okay, how I sold my first property. So there's a video that I did. So you can watch that video. However, answering your question, you start from the people that you know, your friends and family. You start talking to them about the property, okay? And you join a company, which I'm going to be talking to us about shortly. So for instance, now I'm a director in LifePage. I'm an executive director in LifePage. I've been a director for years now in LifePage, right? And we offer real estate services. So we have products and services that you can hawk, share with people, and you have an amazing compensation plan, right? So I'm going to be sharing the compensation plan shortly after, as soon as I answer all these questions, okay? And I'll give you the opportunity. So I'll go on the link on the group. I'll share our affiliate link that you will use to register and start making money. That's just it. Okay, so you start from the people you know. Basically, that's the answer to your question. Your wife, your children, your brother, your sister, anybody you think that you know. Because see, before people buy from you, they must know you, like you, and trust you. So the people that already know you, like you, and trust you, those are the people that you start with. Okay, so basically that is the way it works. I don't know whether Mr. Fisayo, have I been able to answer your question? Okay, so let me quickly take this next question. Okay. If your downline have a job that keeps them really busy, business, or I'm assuming you want to say busy, what do you do? What do you keep discussing with them to help them appreciate the importance of real estate? I think you see, most of the time, when we have a conversation with our downline, you see, you need to understand what stage they are in their life. For instance, now I don't usually have the conversation about, I think this is the first time I'm going to be talking about affiliates in this training. I've never discussed it before, but as soon as I was about to start this series, it just occurred to me that I need to really plug in people. So permit me to drink this water. So I need to plug in people to what will really work for them. So that's the reason why I'm going to be talking about our affiliates or referral program tonight and how you can join and start making some serious money, okay? So if you have a downline, the conversation, you just have to find a way, no matter how busy the person is, there must be something that interests and attracts the person, no matter how busy. It's either he does not value it, he has not seen the value in it. It's possible the person has not seen the value in it. So if the person sees the value in it, he will create time to have that discussion with you. It is very, very important. So, and as soon as the person creates that time, the conversation should be built around value. What real estate can do for the person. Because that's basically what I do. Because I believe everybody wants to create wealth. Everybody wants to enjoy financial freedom. And these are the things that real estate can do. It can help you create and retain wealth. That is basically the conversation I keep having and having and having and having. And for anybody that desire to create wealth will always want to have that conversation. They can never be tired of that having that conversation, especially in this economy and this age and time that we live in. People always want to have that type of conversation, right? I hope I've been able to help you with that answer. So, Mr. Ajie, good evening, sir. I have thought of this idea of selling flats in Port Harcourt, not houses per se. What do you think? Because it is not common here. Of course, I mean, I always tell people, if you want to go into real estate, start as a realtor. So look at, create a list of apartments that is available for sale, unless if you want to go into development. If you want to go into development, private chat me, I can mentor you, but it will come at a fee if you want to go into development. But what I would suggest is that, in fact, even if you private chat me, I would still, number one assignment is to go and see whatever ideas you have, look for other people's platform to test run it first. Okay? Look for other people's platform to test run it first. Okay, that's basically what I'll tell you. So, I mean, I know, of course, we do business in Port Harcourt, and we've been in Port Harcourt too for years now, even though we are not actively in Port Harcourt currently. So, what I would suggest you do is that look for companies that are into the type of idea that you have, that are building it. Talk to them, go to them as a company, because if you go as an individual, they might not respect you, but go to them. Tell them that you are the sales manager. What's the name again? So you are the sales manager of Ozuru Real Estate Limited. Let me just give you that name, Ozuru Real Estate Limited. You are the sales manager. They know the right time for head. You go there, you discuss commission with them and all of those things. And believe me, they'll start having that conversation with you. So you start pushing it, all your ideas, implement it. Because one thing about an idea is that if you are brooding over an idea, you have not implemented it. You don't even know whether it can work or not. That's it. So do that first and try it. And if you now say, oh, this thing can work, I can even do it better, then you can now say, okay, let me start by going into development, which is more capital intensive and it will take more of your time. So that's basically it. Okay, Keno is asking a question. I'm assuming that was the reason why you raised up your hand before. He's asking a question that if you have sold to your family members and they are not buying again, how do you scale up? I'm assuming that you joined this training late, but no problem. The recording is available. So tell them to refer people. If your family member have bought, they have friends, tell them to refer people. See, anybody, take for instance now, anybody that can buy a product, let's say 1 million naira from you, that person has a friend that has 1 million naira too that can use to buy products. So ask for referral. Ask them, your brother, your uncle, your sister, your nephew, tell them that they should refer you. Okay? Tell them that they should refer you, that you need their help. And you know the reason why some of them don't take you serious is because, my brother, you have asked for, when you were supposed to be offering solution, you were asking for urgent 2K, right? Maybe that's the reason why sometimes family members don't take us serious, okay? So what I would suggest is that ask them to refer you to their friends, to their colleagues. That is how I started. I will encourage anybody that is struggling with sales to go and watch that video, please. How I made my first sales is a classic example of how anybody can basically make their first sales, okay? And it works every single time. It works, okay? So I'm going to be sharing my screen any moment from now. In case you still have any question, kindly put it, write it down or raise up your hand. I want to share an opportunity that I believe will be, we all can take advantage of right now. As Real Talk, we have an opportunity to keep making and making and making and I mean, your December will now be a very, 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 I wanted to use a dirty December, but it doesn't have to be dirty. It can be a very great December. Okay. It can be a very, very great December. Okay. Do we still have any questions? Do we still have any question? Sorry, just hold on for a few seconds. I'm trying to share my screen so that you can get what I'm about to share. Okay. Just hold on. Okay. So if you can all see my screen, so there's an opportunity for every one of us to make money as a realtor, basically doing the same thing that you have done before. And for those that are new, you see, it's not a don't see it as something that is impossible. Okay, so these incentives, these are apart from your commission, there's an incentive package that we have designed. So for all our realtors, anybody that will be joining us as a realtor on our platform to sell some of the products that I'm going to be talking about too. So number one is your commission. However, there are other options. Apart from your commission, you have the opportunity to get a cash bonus. You have the opportunity to get land, assets, a plot of land, and you have the opportunity to get a plot of land and cash bonus together. Then you also have the opportunity to get a monthly payment. For instance, now let me give you an example. So this is our major project in Ekpe. Like I said, everybody should get Ekpe. So any realtor that is able to sell the 500 square meter, which is going for 3.5 million, if you are able to sell outright 6 of it, 6 outright payment, that means the person make payment between now and the end of December 31st. The person will earn any of these apart from your commission. So number one, you can get a cash bonus of up to 500,000. So let me give you. So this is the incentive. So if you sell 6 plots outrightly, as you can see on your screen, let me try to expand it so that you can see it very well. Okay, I think you can see it better now. So if you sell 6 plots outrightly, you get cash bonus of 500,000 apart from your commission. Or you get a land within that same estate for 150 square meter. Or you get cash bonus of 200,000 and 125 square meter. Or you get 100,000 every month for the next 12 months, just for selling 6 plots outrightly. That means the person needs to pay between now and end of the year outrightly, just 6. So it doesn't have to, you don't need to sell to one person, you can sell it to 6 different people. Okay, so that is the opportunity. And in case you are interested, so I'm going to be dropping an affiliate link, or you can private chat me if you did not see the affiliate link. So I'll drop the link, you register. Some of you have registered already, so that you can take advantage of this. That's basically it tonight. So I'll be dropping it in our WhatsApp groups so that you can take advantage of it. And for those that are not in the WhatsApp group, all you just need to do is to private chat me. I'll send you the link so that you can get started. Okay, so that will be all for tonight. I need to go home. So I do not have any questions again. Okay, do any other question? Can I see whether I can take one more question? Okay, no more questions. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone. So next week, Thursday, we are going to be continuing from where we stopped, where we'll be answering all those questions. And hopefully, by the time we are done next week, we will be able to start making the money, right? Okay, thank you very much. Have a great and wonderful night.